Tour pretty gardens and see beautiful art Friday and Saturday in Wake Forest. A garden and art tour celebrating 100 years of the Wake Forest Garden Club.
That's where we find our Tar Heel traveler tonight. Scott Mason tells the fascinating story of women who preserved it for generations.
We are weeding.
Always weeds.
We love these gardens. I mean, they're ours.
The Wake Forest Garden Club has always tended them. Isn't that right, Susie?
Susie Powell was the founder of the Garden Club in 1924.
Really, it was ladies wearing gloves and hats and dresses and heels back in the day.
But they did some phenomenal things. When they built the highway, which is actually the street behind us, Main Street, they took down all the trees. It was a mess. And so the Garden Club stepped in and they started planting trees.
The Garden Club also rescued an 1820 residence.
What would have become of that house?
Well, it would have been destroyed.
This is actually a picture of the day that it was happening.
The day the Garden Club had the house moved a half mile to where it sits today.
This house is on the National Register of Historic Places.
The house is now a museum.
This was the start of Wake Forest College, was this building.
Wake Forest College, later called Wake Forest University, used to be here in Wake Forest.
The college became the town.
The town blossomed around the college.
You cannot talk about one without the other.
That's right.
If you were in downtown Wake Forest, there were 2 or 3 movie theaters. There's a bowling alley, all kinds of restaurants. And then overnight, they were gone.
The college moved 100 miles away to Winston-Salem in 1956.
It was devastating.
Like ripping the roots of a thriving plant.
For the Garden Club, most of the members were professors' wives.
It decimated the membership, but they didn't stop.
They nurtured a whole new legacy.
And we've replanted, and that's what you do with a garden.
Lots of generations. My mother was in this garden club, and I can remember when there were no plants here at all. It was just the shell of a house.
The Calvin Jones house.
That's a symbol, isn't it?
Yeah, it truly is.
And I would attribute a lot of the preservation and the beautification of this area to the Garden Club.
And the work never ends.
And just when you think you've weeded everything, guess what?
The weeds come back, but so do the members of the Wake Forest Garden Club.
It means so much to the fabric of this town. Service to your community just is the most rewarding thing you can do.
What a kind group doing nice work. The Wake Forest Garden Club is marking its 100th year with a garden and art tour. It'll be Friday and Saturday afternoons, and you can buy tickets and find more information online.